Hello and welcome to RollBound. My name is Chas and I am the DM for this wonderful group. We're going to go down the list and everyone introduce themselves, starting off with Groove. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Groove and I am bound to the role of Chronoheris Mobius.
Alrighty, and Allie.
Hello, I am Allie. I am bound to the role of Charybdis Mobius.
Alrighty, Minnow.
Hello, my name is Minnow. I am bound to the role of Lady Reverie.
Awesome. Mickey.
Hi, I'm Mickey, and I'm bound to the role of Maria.
And last but never least, Joey.
My name is Joey, and I am bound to the role of Winfrey McNeil.
2 worms, 5 assholes, 1 cup, 0.5 brain cells. Let's go. I need la-di-da-di everybody to roll me initiative because we didn't do it last session because I didn't want to remember.
Initiative. I'm working on it.
I'll admit your shit is.
Fuck.
I'll admit your initiative.
No.
Okay, that's that.
Oh
That's
god,
it, okay.
I'm such a horrible player. What the fuck is my initiative bonus?
How dare you? Not knowing your initiative bonus?
And I can't look at my character sheet because all the Discord pings are making my phone lag.
Alright, so I'm gonna reset the scene for everybody. So, as you were making your way through this snowy pass, you saw what looked to be like a mini, I don't want to say avalanche because avalanche is more extreme, but you saw these total piles of snow just kind of cascade down the hills in very large lumps, and then once they met at the sort of center of the pass, these 2 large creatures came out of it. They sort of just wiggled their way out of the snow. They have very long, worm-like, leathery bodies, and they have very sharp teeth that look like they have been frozen over and just icy blue eyes. And they sort of just slithered their way out of the mounds of snow and are blocking your pass with aggression, most definitely. The lot of you are still in your cart, but first turn is Chronoheris. You are currently sitting in the back of the cart.
Back of the cart. How much space do these fine fellows occupy?
15 feet across.
15 feet across.
Yes.
Okay. So there are 5 feet between them.
Yes.
Okay. Chronoheris is going to cast Web, centered. So it's a 20-foot cube. The upper half of that cube will be centered between them, and the lower will be centered between them, and then the rest of it will expand out toward the party so as to create a barrier of webbing. On their turn, they'll need to make a dex save.
There we go.
Yep.
And then is that all for your turn?
Just make sure that the back corners are covering their spaces, and the rest is towards the party. So as to create a barrier between them and us.
Oh, now I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I see what you mean now.
Yeah.
Like that.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Alright.
She's then going to, get out of the cart, having seen a brief premonition of this, and walk back to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. She's going to walk back 15 feet.
Does here look good?
Good. Right there.
Cool.
Bonus action. Dr. Gartha will move up and toward the center in the air. Chronoheris ends his turn.
Alright. That means, Maria, it is your turn. You are still in the cart.
Okay, so you said there's, okay, for the cart, there's like a cloth, top above it, right?
Yeah.
Is there like an opening from like the back to the front?
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna poke my head out. And I'm gonna try to blind one of these. So, I need one of them to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Do you want to do it at the one on the left or the one on the right?
It really doesn't matter.
All right.
Left.
You said a Constitution save.
Yes.
I'll get out my snazzy dice for this. They're actually pretty good for this. Ooh, but that's a natural 1.
Damn.
Woo. Okay.
Immediately going in dice jail. Get in there, you little bitch.
They are blind, and at the end of each of their turns, they can make the saving throw again.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
And no, that'll be it.
All right, Lady Reverie, you are at the front of the cart.
Oh boy. You would think, with the 2 weeks between us, I would have thought of a plan. You would assume that.
Shit.
So instead what I'm going to do, I'm getting in character here, and Reverie's like, what the fuck? And will instead cast Bless. And I will bless... I can, like, peek back into the cart, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I will bless Charybdis, Maria, and Winfrey.
Yeah.
And
Ton of hairs.
for my
Okay.
bonus action, I will pound sand, I think. You know what? Let's fucking go. Are they within 30 feet of me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not quite. I'll hop off the cart, run up towards the edge of the web, not going into it, and that is a full action, so fuck me. I instead think about doing that, but stay on the cart. And that'll be it. I apologize.
You're good. Winfrey, it is your turn. You are in the back of the cart.
The back of the cart? Okay, so I'm gonna step out of the cart.
Oh yeah, you can grab your own character. You're in here. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna step out of the cart. I'm gonna move forward to there. The Crimson Blade is gonna come out. However, I'm not gonna be swinging with that this turn. Instead, I'm gonna cast... where are my cantrips? I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on the one to the left that has been getting hit. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
So it takes 6 points of necrotic damage, and it cannot heal until the end of, or until the start of my next turn. And then... Yeah, as a bonus action... Nah, never mind. I'll wait until next turn. Go ahead.
Alright. It is the first salamander's turn. Let me... That one is also currently blinded, so I'm going to have to... Let me see.
For salamander means to make a dexterity saving throw.
That too. That is a 6.
The salamander is restrained until it uses an action to make a strength check against my spell save DC, and nothing else.
It hasn't used an action yet, so it's gonna do that. That is a... Why can't I do math? This is very easy to add. 23!
Yeah, that'll succeed.
But he can't do anything else, so that means it is Charybdis' turn. You are in the front of the cart.
If it was the blinded worm's turn, it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, thank you. 16.
Yeah, that passes.
So he's no longer blind?
Correct.
Yeah, you see it fucking shake its head like, ah! And then, like, kick up some snow. But now it is Charybdis' turn.
For my action, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver, targeting the one that Maria blinded. It needs to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, it's not good at this. 16?
I believe 16 is my save DC. Wait, what? No, my DC is 14. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, that succeeds. Shit. Shit. Okay. That's unfortunate. I think that'll just be the end of my turn then. Yeah. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Alright, and then... the second salamander's turn, it needs to make a dex save, correct? It's a dex save? Colonel Harris?
Yes, DC 14.
I got a 17.
17, he is not restrained.
And then, is moving through, like, difficult...
Yeah, the
yes,
web is
1 foot of movement will cost 2.
Alright. So...
It's also lightly obscure.
I think it can make it, like, right here. What is the range on your attack? I think it can hit Winfrey from here, actually. Alright.
I hope not.
Hey, is Winfrey within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
So I think what happens here is, seeing this happen, I'm just going to kind of contextualize this because I'm still sort of on the cart. Reverie is going to kind of like stoop down from where she's at as the claws or bite or whatever comes in, and just sort of thrust her shield in front. Mostly just trying to like distract the creature so it has disadvantage on the first strike.
Okay. I'm actually going to use a smaller dice for this. Disadvantage, so that I'm pretty sure does not hit. I'm pretty sure an 11 doesn't hit Winfrey.
11 is, yeah, certainly gonna miss.
Alright, it's another attack. And it's disadvantage just for the first one, right?
Just for the first one, yeah.
That one next roll for 2. That is a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Alright, and then just to get it out of the way, I'm gonna make its last attack real quick. That is a 22 to hit, so that hits.
Yeah, those both hit.
It fucking
Level 8
stuck
cannot
my
come
finger
sooner.
when I tried to fucking roll it. What the fuck? Ugh, that's gross. Okay. So that is 11 points of piercing damage for the first one. That sucks, okay. 4 for the next one, so you take 15 damage total, piercing damage.
Okay, thank you.
And then, I think that'll be the end of its turn, which means top of the round, Corona Harris.
Colonel Harris is going to yell out, "Can you push the right one back?" Speaking generally.
I might be able to.
Yeah, okay. He's going to cast Ray of Frost on the rightward fellow. He'll make his attack roll.
What's the range on that, by the way?
60.
Okay. Just scooch this way so it's like you're looking around the other side of the cart.
Yeah. It's not going to matter, though, because I rolled a 10.
Alright, and then, no, never mind. I won't do that right now. Anything else for your turn, Colonel Harris?
Checking this. No. Okay. As a bonus action, Dr. Agartha is going to fly in, give Winfrey the help action, and fly away.
Alright.
And Chrono Harrison's turn.
Maria, it is your turn.
I'm gonna call the left one a little bitch as I cast Vicious Mockery on it.
That's a wisdom save from me, right?
Yeah, wisdom save.
I'm pretty sure this is a negative stat. Let me look. Oh no, it's not. Wow, look at me. It's not good, but like, it's not negative like it's intelligence. It is a 15.
It's like, if it's my DC, then it passes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it passes.
That is superb good luck. These things are fucking stupid. Anything else for your turn, Maria?
No, I think I'm good.
Alright. That means Lady Reverie, it is now your turn.
Alright. There was a thing I was gonna try, but the boss gave me an order. So, can I get within 5 feet of it without being in the web? The square's a little wonky. Or would I... Is this still within the web? Or I guess it's 15 feet, right?
Yeah, it's 50 feet across.
Okay, so I could hop up next to Winfrey.
Yeah.
I don't know how the rules work in this situation. Do I reasonably think that it's even humanly possible for me to shove this creature?
It is large size.
Yeah, okay.
Well, so it's only large, okay.
Yeah, can you actually make me real quick, not Winfrey, Reverie, can you make me an survival check real quick, or a nature check, whichever one? I think it's both the same either way, but if there's one better than the other, do that one.
Nope, my survival is a +1. For a grand total of 9.
Okay, that's not... Reverie, you don't know how... This is just to give you a little bit of information, but there's something about the way these creatures are behaving that makes you think they're not full grown.
Sure. They still big.
They're still big.
Yeah.
But there's something that randomly makes Reverie think these things aren't full grown.
You know, it's fine. We'll go ahead and I will give this bad boy a shove. I'll try and push him.
Alright, make me... We'll do a contest.
Oh god, I'm not proficient in athletics. I'm just now realizing. That's fine. And that's a 3 for a total of 6.
I got a 16.
That slightly wins.
Does this fail, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, Chronal Shift, reroll.
Okay.
And that, do both of us reroll?
Nope, just the girl.
Just the girl. Alright, baby. Worse, that's a 5.
Okay.
You can eat shit, D20.
Chrono Harris closes his eyes. He envisions the stellated spiral moving out of it. And he is just a moment before the failed shove. He picks up a rock and throws it at the creature. And it bounces off.
And it hits me in the head, which causes me to fuck up. So really, it's Chrono Harris.
You try to shoulder check this fucking salamander, and it just looks down at you, like it stops for a second and like fucking sends a lot of air out of his nose, like looks at you like the fuck.
Blows my hair back. Blows my hair back. I turn back to Chrono Harris and I say, "No." And I don't have anything for a bonus action, so that will be it.
Alright, Winfrey, it is your turn.
Okay, cool. Chrono Harris rhymes with Chrono Sheriff. Anyway, I'm gonna activate... Yeah, let's go ahead and... I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself. So I'm gonna get 10 temporary hit points.
Reduced hit points.
What?
I'm just distracting you, go ahead.
Oh, okay. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to Hexblades curse the motherfuck directly in front of me.
Alright, does that require anything from me?
No, it's just a bonus action. It only does stuff for me. You don't gotta worry about it, but that's the end of my turn.
Cool. That means it is the first salamander's turn. I'm going to make a dex save. That's an 11.
It is restrained.
That will fail. It's restrained.
He's going
Thank you, sister.
He's going to try to do the strength check. That is a 17?
That will succeed.
I'm gonna
I'm seeing. Oh, breaking the cycle.
Alright, that is a 14.
Yeah, that'll succeed. Fuck.
Damn it!
Do we have a cutting words?
Oh yeah, Maria, you want to get on this?
Wait,
I'm sorry.
what?
What kind of
At
check?
level
What
4?
kind of?
Do you want
What kind of check was that?
It's making
Strong.
it's making a strength check, yeah.
Because it doesn't say anything about saving throws. It just says an ability check, attack rolls,
Yes.
or damage roll.
Yeah, it's
It is
making
making
a
an ability
strength
check.
check, so that is an ability check.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're within 60 feet of me, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do that. I rolled a 5, so that would be 9.
Yes, you stay where you are, bitch.
Fuck on.
Stay in your lane, fool.
Alright, that's fine. That means Charybdis, it is your turn.
I get the feeling that trying to teleport these things won't work so well. They seem pretty hardy. But they do seem kind of stupid. So I am going to cast Phantasmal Image, and I'm going to twin spell it using 2 sorcery points. Both creatures need to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Alright, one of them got a 15, and the other one got... also a 15.
Fuck.
These
I'm
thi-
sorry.
These things are
For your
stupid.
loss.
It's just I rolled the same dice twice and they have a -2.
No.
Damn it. Damn it. Yep, that's all I'm doing.
Alright, so it is the second salamander's turn. Even
I
though,
fucking hate being low level.
even
this is
though it's
bullshit.
already, it's gonna creep a little bit forward after making a dex save. I forgot for my dex save, forgive me. Oh, I'm a liar. That is a 10. That's gonna make the strength check. That is an 18 on the strength check. But that used up its action, so top of the round, Chrono Harris.
It can still move.
It can still move,
Yeah,
even though it's restrained?
it's not restrained.
No.
anymore.
This one?
You,
It didn't-
You passed this.
Oh, it did. Oh, I forgot that it could move. Sorry, I'm stupid. But it can't. It's just gonna menacingly wiggle closer to Winfrey and Reverie and then end its turn. Why is Claude here? Get out of here, Claude.
Rude.
I wanted to see how many I could get on the board while you're distracted.
Okay. Chrono Harris is going to cast Ray of Frost, this time on the further one. Is a 14 hit.
It just misses.
Fuck! I end my turn.
Sorry.
Lance profanity.
That very pronounced fuck!
You know, if I twin spell 2 vortex warps, we can just leave. Bypass these.
Rude.
guys.
Why would we do that? We're already
Because
like,
we can't fucking
using
hit
a whole
them.
bunch of.
You can.
But we're using like 80 resources on them already.
Yeah, it's we have done fuck all.
Trying to do status
No,
condition
that means we
things.
can't quit.
Keep them away.
Oh, that means Maria, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hideous laughter, the one that's coming closer.
Alright, what is that for me?
That's a wisdom save, but if their intelligence is 4 or less, it doesn't affect them, so I'm scared.
It is not 4 or less.
Okay, cool.
What? Oh no, they're smart.
That is an 11.
That fails!
Fucking finally.
So they fall prone.
This one?
Yeah, it falls.
Yeah, the one that was- Yeah.
Does that affect end if someone hits them?
At the end of each of its turns and each time it takes damage, yes.
And when
Okay.
it takes damage, it can roll with advantage.
Yes.
Alright. Is there anything else for your turn?
Who's the person closest to me?
Charybdis.
Probably give her inspiration.
Oh, don't give me inspiration. I've got nothing that I roll for.
Oh. Then probably Reverie then.
Woohoo!
You have to chuck something at Reverie's head and go, "Hey! Do better! Dunk!"
It's probably exactly it, honestly.
Throws a snowball at the back of her head. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Which, hey, Lady Reverie, you got something thrown at your head and now you feel like you can do gooder. It is your turn.
Well, I hold up my hand, ready to attack, and I go, ah! And then I see it fall to the ground and start chortling and chuckling to itself. And I'm extremely confused.
Yeah, it just falls to the ground like...
I don't think I can even get to the other one.
Whatever
there's
Lady
no
Maria
way.
said, it was very funny.
County javelins. They rocks.
I have a crossbow.
If you hold your attack and
Yeah,
Winfrey
I'm
does
probably
as
going to.
well, I can teleport you guys over there.
I mean, I was gonna say I hold my attack in case it breaks out of it. So we'll say that's what she's doing. If she all of a sudden ends up over there, she might just attack out of fear anyway. So, so that works. But yeah, she's gonna hold her attack for this turn.
Alright, that means Winfrey, it is your turn.
Okay, just doing my due diligence here. Which one is the laughing one?
The one right in front of your face.
One right in front of my face. That means that I have advantage on beating the fuck out of it. And it's also the one that I have my curse on, which means I should probably take advantage of that fact as well. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do then, I'm gonna, as a bonus action, branding smite my greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
And then while it is prone, incapacitated, whatever you want to call it, from laughing its ass off, I am going to swing my greatsword at it.
Roll it!
It's a critical hit.
Woo!
Holy shit. Hold on. I need to do math. 22 plus 14, 36. Plus, hold on. $38 points of damage.
Woo!
Does it wake up?
When it gets hit, it just stops doing that, right?
It has to make another save.
Okay.
But it has advantage.
I'm gonna
But it has
restore
advantage,
order.
that's
I'm
it.
gonna restore order to remove its advantage. So it's just gonna do a flat roll.
Oh, please stay incapacitated so I can do that shit again. I felt powerful.
Yeah, it does. It's a 13.
Yes. Yes.
Alright, so again, Lady Reverie holds up her hand. Ah! Alright. And doesn't attack.
Alright. That means it is the first one's. Gotta mark that off because I wanted one. Gonna make another strength because I don't think it got out of restraint last time, right?
Did not.
That's a 20, not nat.
Yeah, that'll make it.
So it's gonna move, it can get like right here. And then it can't do any other actions, right, when it does that?
Yeah, that uses its action, yes.
Alright. Then that means it is Charybdis' turn.
Okay. This got a little bit more complicated. If Reverie is on the left side of the web, she'll be within range to hit that one, yeah?
Right here?
Yeah.
Absolutely, because she would be right on its body, because it takes up 3 spaces technically. I just didn't want the little circle to take up that much space because it looks tacky.
Gotcha. Yeah, second level spell slot. I'm gonna Vortex Warp Reverie over there. Basically, this clock face appears under Reverie in the snow, and as the hands spin, you just see fucking Reverie just no clip over there, basically.
T-posing through.
Does that trigger her thing?
Yeah.
My held action, you mean?
Yeah.
It's up to me when it does.
Okay.
So yeah, if I've been booped over here, then sure. Unless there is another thing Charybdis wanted to do.
Well, you gotta do your thing first, but...
It's up to you. Alright, so yeah, I get booped and I go, ah! And I attack. And I miss. It's gonna be that kind of night, friends.
Bruh. Okay. Anything else for your turn, Charybdis?
Yeah. God, I want to fucking fight this thing, but at the same time, I'm worried that it's just gonna, like, get out of everything I do. I'll try it, though. We're gonna quicken spell a Mind Sliver on it.
That is a... What for me?
It's an intelligence save.
That is a 2.
Awesome. It takes a grand total of 1 point of psychic damage.
Fuck.
And receives a -4 penalty on its next save.
Alright. And you see it, like, fucking, like, its eye twitch a little bit. It's like, hate that.
That's all I'm doing.
Alright, that means it is the second salamander's turn. It needs to make another wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
You mean dex save?
It's not in the web anymore.
Talking about the one that's incapacitated, Groove.
Is that one not in the web?
Nope.
No, it left.
Okay.
That is a 17.
That fails. Or that passes, I'm sorry.
Alright. Does doing that save take up its action or anything similar to the way web does?
It has to do it at the end of its turn, so...
Yeah, so its turn is over.
Alright.
Which means it's still prone, which means Winfrey still has advantage.
Which means top of the round, Chrono Harris.
Really out there. Alright, leftward dude, getting a ray of frost. That's a dirty 20 to hit. For 4 cold damage, its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Alright. Chrono Harris, you shoot your, like, ray of frost at this thing, and you notice that, while definitely slowed down, it doesn't seem to be affected by the frost.
Yeah.
Sort of just covers its slick skin, and it's still looking at Reverie like, where the fuck did you come from? I don't remember you being here. How did you get here? What are you doing here?
Wait
are
a
you?
minute.
Who are you?
It starts asking Phasmophobia questions.
Where are you? How old are you? How did you die?
Are you French?
Are you... Are you pizza? And Reverie's like, what's a French?
Butthole.
And Reverie just goes, what's a French? Is that all for your turn, Chrono Harris?
Bonus action, Dr. Agartha flies down, help action on Reverie, fly away.
Gives a
End of turn.
positive hoot in Reverie's ear. Maria, it is your turn.
The one that's closest to, Winfrey, right?
Yeah.
The one that was just under that laughter, is that within 30 feet of the carriage?
Yeah, it's actually within 15 feet of the carriage.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna jump down and attack it with my my rapier.
Stabby time!
Charybdis, you see Maria crawl out of the front of the wagon like, fuck it, I'm gonna fucking kill this thing. This fucking motherfucker.
It's still prone, so I do get advantage, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
24 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and give me damage.
Turns out the answer was physical violence instead of metaphysical violence.
It's gonna be 9 damage. And that will be it for my turn.
Alright, Lady Reverie, it is your turn. You and a motherfucker
So-
are staring each other down in confusion.
I am. I'm also kind of torn. So the one on the left that I'm facing, have we hit this one, like, at all?
You did.
A little.
A tiny bit?
Yeah.
And then the one on the right has been hurt more, correct?
Yes.
And this one has -4 on its next save, but I do have advantage on my next attack. I feel like it doesn't make sense that we're splitting ourselves up between the two of them. I'm gonna look at this one, and I hold out my shield in front of me, and the eye glows a very bright orange, and then the leaves come and shooting off of the shield start to wrap up around the creature. I would like it to please fail a strength saving throw, as I use Nature's Wrath. Strength or Dex, its choice. DC is 15, it has -4, right?
-3.
On its next thing? -3, okay. -3.
That is a 20.
Shit! Well, I don't know fucking anything. Fight is not rolling well for us. Yeah. I'm going to... Because its range was 15 feet when I saw it attack before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, still within 15 feet. I just want to be here. And I will end my turn. Yeah, we want to do something this fight. So that'll be my turn.
Winfrey, it is your turn.
Okay. Still prone?
Yeah.
Awesome. That means I'm gonna whack it again.
Then do it.
That's really bad. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Yeah, I figured.
Got a 12 with advantage? Damn.
Yeah,
have
that's
less.
a... Oh, I do. Hold
Yeah.
on. That's a 16 to hit.
That does hit?
You're
Woohoo.
fucking crazy. 15 points of slashing damage. Sorry, 17 points of slashing damage. Hexblade's Curse.
This thing is so close to dead, it's not even funny. You fucking like slam your sword into it and it just starts fucking rearing its head and screeching and is panting wildly. There is just blood
Fuck you, bloody.
falling into the snow. Fucking multiple of its teeth have fallen out. Like, this thing looks fucked up. Is that all for your turn?
Yeah,
Fucking...
I hit hard and then I'm done.
That means it is the first one's turn. It's still in web, so it's gonna make this. That's... Oh, that's just straight 20, okay. I keep forgetting its dex bonus is nothing. At least these nat 20s I'm getting aren't on y'all. Jesus fucking Christ. So it's gonna go here. And it's gonna... The dex save doesn't take place of it, it's just the strength save, right? If it doesn't pass the dex.
I believe so.
So it's gonna make an attack on Reverie. That is a 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. Just gonna do all three. Second one doesn't hit, I'm almost sure of it. I rolled a 2. And then... Nope, so only one of these attacks hits. So that's... You take 6 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
And I
Ouch.
think that's all it can do, yeah, because that would take up all of its attacks. Cool. That means Charybdis, it is your turn.
So these guys are taking up, like, 10-foot squares, right? Because they're large?
Yeah.
So hypothetically, if I put in effect that was, like, between them and one space back, that would still be within 5 feet of both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but is this worth it, though? Doesn't matter, it'll be fun. Bonus action, converting a first level spell slot into a sorcery point. And then I'm gonna try Phantasmal Image again, twin spell.
And they have to do what?
Intelligence saves.
Rolling for the first one. That is a 16. Rolling for the second one. That is a 9.
Okay, so the second one fails. So basically, it sees the world around it begin to warp as a black hole opens up behind it. Just this large gravitational force.
And what is it? What is the spell?
It perceives the illusion as being real and must react accordingly. So my intention with this is it will feel a big gravitational force, feel itself getting sucked back, and thus will be compelled to move closer.
Oh, roll to see what it does. See if it's going to be an animal and run away, or be an idiot and drag itself backwards. Landed on even, so it goes backwards. Shoop. Anything else for your turn?
Wait, that was the first one? I thought...
No, the second one failed. The first one didn't.
Oh, okay.
The first one rolled a 16, the second one rolled a 9.
Okay. I thought it was the other way around. That's fine. When does that happen? They can also hypothetically deal damage with it. I just need to... Okay, since it gets pulled closer to it, it takes 6 points of psychic damage.
Charybdis, tell me how it dies.
I think it, like, starts digging its claws into the snow as it tries to find some purchase from this phantasmal gravity well. And as it gets sucked closer, it, like, pushes its own body weight, like, against itself in a way where it dislocates its arms. And then that mixed with its other injuries just, like, causes it to black out.
Yeah, so y'all just watch this fucking first one just crumble. You don't want to die normally, so I'll just do that. No. There we go. And then...
That's all I got.
Okay, so that one's dead. That means Chrono Harris, it is your turn.
Chrono Harris is going to cast Chill Touch.
Roll it!
That's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
3 necrotic damage, counted up, and it cannot regain hit points until its next turn. Chrono Harris is also going to move up into the cart. 20 feet. Yes.
Just peeks head out back the cart. Hi, Charybdis. Anything else for your turn?
Bonus action. Dr. Agartha coming in, helps Winfrey, flies away. Chrono Harris ends his turn.
Maria, it is your turn.
I think I'm just going to run and attack the other one, I guess.
Oh!
Can I do that? I don't know how far away it was.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You should be able to from where you are. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Does a 20 not natural hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Could you imagine if I gave y'all fucking 20 AC creatures at level 4? That would be fucked up.
You could hit it if you roll a 13 or higher, assuming your stats are maxed. But that's still really low.
That would be fucked up.
That's like 35% chance to hit. Fuck that.
Just 10 damage. And that'll be it.
Alright, Lady Reverie, it is your turn.
Smack it.
Do it!
That is exactly a 16.
That does hit.
Neat. How's it looking?
It's halfway having a bad time.
We'll make it more having a bad time. I'll drop a smite on this.
Roll it!
Ooh, nice. Okay. It takes 19 points of radiant damage.
Yeah.
And that'll be it.
Alright, Winfrey, it is your turn.
Okay, so because my curse target died last turn, my curse is over. However, I have regained 9 hit points. I'm going to 5, 10, 15 up to it, and I'm gonna swing at it. This does not have an advantage, right?
No. This one's just vibing.
Okay, that's just a 16 to hit,
That does hit.
flat. Yeah. Ooh, that's really bad. It's 8 points of slashing damage. That's the minimum damage.
Woo! Yeah, it's still kicking. Anything else for your turn?
Unfortunately, no. I'm out of everything. I blew my load on that first one.
Well, you fucked it up, so rightly so.
Yeah.
That means it is this one's turn. I think I'm gonna roll the dex save. It's still in there. That is a 14.
That will just succeed.
Oh.
If anyone wants to restrain it, decrease that a little bit. Guess not.
Alright.
Cool.
I cannot spend more resources than I have.
Alright. So. Alright, it's gonna do. You're gonna see it rear its head back, and this giant just mound of frost comes out of its mouth. I need Lottie. I think everyone fits into this.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I need Lottie Dottie everybody to make me a dex save. No, wait. Yeah.
Charybdis, Maria, and Winfrey, you all still have Bless Up.
Cool.
What does Bless do exactly?
It gives you a D4 on attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh, that's not gonna help me.
It doesn't work on saving throws?
Sorry, not ability checks, saving throws. I
Oh,
apologize.
okay.
I had a tab for Bardic Inspiration pulled up, and I'm stupid. Does Chrono Heroes have any cover? Because he's in the cart.
I forgot that, yeah, he Chrono Harris does because he's inside the cart, yes. That'll give you advantage, right?
I think it gives you a static bonus. I can double check.
How much cover is it? Half, 3/4 full?
I would say half.
Okay, so let's say +2.
Okay.
Alright, so Winfrey and Charybdis, you pass, so you will take half damage. Alright, so Chrono Harris, Lady Reverie, and Maria, y'all take 18 points of cold damage, and then Winfrey and Charybdis, you only take half.
So 9.
So 9?
Yeah.
I still got armor back of this bitch.
As the damage comes in, Chrono Harris getting blasted away is going to do a little something something, and with a little flutter of butterflies, he actually returns to his original state halfway through. Still gets fucked up though. That is absorb elements.
Alright, and I don't think doing that gives it anything else on its turn. Yeah, I think that takes up all actions. Yes, it does. Okay. So that is the end of its turn. That means... Well, actually... It's gonna wiggle out of the web, because it's sick of being in it. But, like, it's probably gonna die before that matters.
Would that give
Yes, it
would that give Maria an attack?
Yes, it would give Maria, yes. The creature is not smart.
I need a clarification. Does reactions generate like at the start of my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How would it work if I wanted to use a reaction on my turn?
You still could. Rules is written.
Yeah. Although, honestly, Maria, my advice to you is just make the attack of opportunity. Trust me.
Okay, sure, why not? Another not natural 20.
Alright, Maria, don't roll damage, just tell me how it dies. It has 3 hit points left.
I think we're just gonna like see it like not paying as much attention as it should be to them. She's just gonna like lunge forward and like use her rapier to just like drag down. Yep.
Yeah, so like you see it trying to wiggle out of the web and you're like, oh no you don't, and you fucking put your sword in the base of its fucking tail and drag down, trying to pin it into the snow. And you just see its like whole back sort of curl in upwards on itself and it just goes Rah! And then just slams into the ground, just sort of falling over into the snow. And exit combat.
Hell yeah. Web goes down.
Nope, actually, Psych Eltrask is here. Roll initiative again, boss fight.
Cure wounds on myself at 2nd level to regain a few hit points.
Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah, Kronor's gonna pop up out of the cart and begin inspecting the corpses.
How bad does Chronoheris look?
He's fine.
Oh, I like that I got that one to fall where it died, and that one to
Alright.
fall where it died. Yay. Okay. Colonel Harris, make me an investigation check.
You know it. It's going to be a total of 10.
So, you go up to them, and it doesn't seem like they have much, but you can harvest their teeth, their claws, and pieces of their hide. And one of them has, like, 2 gold pieces kind of wedged into its jaws, like it ate a person recently.
Yeah, gonna take it.
You gonna fucking bash out its teeth?
Hell yeah.
You know what, for that, make me a survival check.
Oh.
What?
I never agreed to this.
Anyone else can help with this, just in case you're worried about it.
It's a 14.
Yeah, so you like, go up and you're like, fuck this stupid thing, fucking, and you take out 6 of its teeth. You take out a good, like, 4 feet of its hide, and, like, roll it up, and then you get 3 of its talons.
Okay. Nice.
I'm gonna put it in... Nope, not that one. I'm gonna put it in... I guess I'll put it in questions for DM.
I noted it down already.
Cool.
What kind of skin do these guys have?
Make me a nature check.
I think that's a 19. Nature. Oh, it's actually a 20.
Yeah, so Maria, you can tell that these are adolescent frost salamanders. So they have this really thick, sort of leathery hide, and you actually know that some people that live in license actually hunt the younger ones, not the older ones, because the older ones are huge size and fucking terrifying. You know that hunters actually find estranged young and hunt them for their hide, because they're actually really good at making reinforced armor for the cold.
Okay, can I try to skin one of these guys?
You want to take more hide off of it? Alright, make me a survival check.
I'll help.
With make it an advantage because Charybdis is helping.
Sweet.
It also sells for a pretty penny because these things are hard to kill.
I
These
got
two are
a
stupid.
Says
19.
them.
Yeah, so you managed to get like 10 more feet of hide, roll it up into fucking bundles, and tie it up. Take it off of the good spots along their torso.
How long does that take?
Probably about 10 minutes.
Oh Jesus, y'all cut fast.
It's very easy to cut through, despite the fact of how, like, once they're dead, like, it's still easy to cut through, but it has that, like, extra reinforcement.
Yeah, I was picturing like Arthur Morgan skinning a deer in 3 seconds flat. How does?
That's because it fades to black.
Yeah. How's everyone looking, by the way? Because I have some healing to go around.
I think we're okay right now.
After absorbing whatever the hell keeps these things alive from the Hexblade's curse, Winfrey's looking great.
Alright. I'll give myself 8. Nobody else appreciates me. Just kidding. Okay.
Hate me, you don't appreciate anything that I do.
Yeah, I only took 9 damage, so I'm good.
Cool. Alright, in that case, yeah. I'll heal up myself a little bit, make sure everyone else is good to go, and then I guess we'll keep going.
Sorry, I was having fun throwing them off the board. Yeah. So, y'all continue going?
Mm-hmm.
Maria, did you mark down the extra 10 feet of hide?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I didn't write it down anywhere and I will forget. So, a lot of you press forward, and I believe you were only like 1 benchmark within your journey.
Charybdis just gives like a sigh of relief as all of that shit just wraps up. She just kind of looks down at her hands and kind of like pulls out the wire sphere and says, I feel like I'm falling out of practice or something. Normally that was easier. She just kind of looks up. And then, like, kind of reaches behind her, like, rubs the back of her neck, and then feels the fucking handle for the crossbow she's had on her back the whole time, and then just... right. I forgot I had that.
Winfrey's just gonna head back into the cart, obviously drained.
Charybdis never actually left the cart.
So, I believe you were only on the first couple hour trek of your whole day's worth of journey, so let me... Nothing happens for the last 5-hour go of your trek. Let me...
5 hours, man, that sounds like more spell slots.
I mean, you're sitting in the back of the cart, so if you want to take a little nap, I don't see what's wrong with that. Is there a ruling against that? Am I being unfair?
Not as far as I know. I will also take you up on that, though. I'll do a cheeky little short rest myself.
Yeah, everyone but the person driving, which, sorry, I guess, Cora Harris, because I think he's the one driving.
Reverie is.
Oh, Reverie is?
Unless Chrono Harris wants to come sit with me.
Far back of the cart.
Oh no.
Damn.
Yeah, after about 4 hours into it, actually, I would like Chrono Harris and or Charybdis or both to make me survival checks.
Sure.
Got it.
Ooh, not good. That's a 4.
Say total of 18.
Colonel Harris, you actually know, even if it's out of your way, that if you kind of veered off for like maybe like 2-3 hours off to the right, that you'd actually be heading towards the city of Icewind. Since you're at the halfway mark, just about.
Let's see. Refresh my memory, why is this significant?
I mainly offered in case y'all needed rest, anything else, or wanted to just stop. That is... I'm more of just saying that you know where you are. On the map. You know that you are nearby to the city, the mining city of Icewind. So you know that so you know that you're making good progress, because you know that you're in the area where if you just veered off, you would be at another city.
Nice.
But not the city that the Crowleys are at.
No. The Crowleys are in Snow's Reach.
Okay.
Another thing is Charybdis. You take a little nap for a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're sleeping, you kind of feel like you wake up. Except when you do, you're in a place that kind of looks like the surface of the sun, but there's no heat. It just literally looks like there's fire coming out of the ground around you. But it's actually pleasantly warm. It actually feels comfortable in comparison to License's very cold, bitter landscape. And you kind of look around, and there is nobody there but you. But you see in the far distance this little ivory ball of light that seems really far away.
Charybdis cautiously begins moving towards the ivory ball.
And you start to hear a voice that just says, Charybdis! Charybdis! An urgent voice, and it's actually a voice you haven't heard in a long time. It is your sister, Saurus. You don't see her, but you just hear her voice urgently calling for you. Charybdis! Charybdis!
Of this orb of yeah, dead sprint.
And as you're getting closer, it sounds more and more panicked, like, Charybdis! Charybdis! And then you get to the light and you see a flash of light, and then you wake up.
Yeah, she does that thing where she startles awake and she's breathing really hard. And she's just like looking around. Saurus? Oh. She just like rubs her head.
Chrono Harris is staring deadpan. Did you have a dream?
Yeah.
Also, Charybdis, you take 1 point of slashing damage as you feel a awful pain in your wrist. Do you look?
Yeah.
You look, and it looks like someone has cut the visage of a vanity mirror into your arm. Like maybe not a vanity mirror, but like a makeup mirror that you set down on like a table that has like a thing that you can rotate it to turn it up and down.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like someone has taken with like a fucking laser and carved it into your skin. Right under your other mark.
That's new.
It certainly is. Does Chrono Harris know anything about this?
You know, Chrono Harris, make me an Arcana check.
You got it. It's going to be a 22.
Chrono Harris, well, you've never seen this specific phenomena before. You know that there are instances of people getting maybe not divine intervention, but you know that there are sometimes if someone else's force of will is so strong, or even someone's own self of will is so strong, that they will get many premonitions. Especially those tied to your or any similar types of magic, that sometimes your will can manifest in the form of small premonitions or visions, and sometimes it will get imprinted in a way. But where it directly comes from varies from case to case, and it's never obvious if it's the person's own will, if it's someone else's will, if it's another power, if it's a divine or otherwise power. It's a random phenomena that comes from just someone, somewhere, or something's force of will onto a person, and certain veins of magic use.
Colonel Harris considers this, but will not say it. Instead, he'll simply smile and... It means Soros is thinking about you.
It sounded like she was in trouble.
In what way?
Her voice was getting more urgent, panicked almost.
Could that have been fear for herself or concern for you?
I don't know.
We'll have the chance to ask.
I hope so.
And then Charybdis, you kind of like feel it sting up again, and you look down, and the scar lights up, and then you see it like kind of trace this white light, like trace over it, like someone's drawing on it with a white pen, and then it disappears, and you heal the 1 HP you lost.
While it's still fresh in Charybdis' mind, can I cast Minor Illusion to replicate it?
Yeah.
And then Charybdis is going to pull out her calligrapher's supplies and recreate it.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Do I need to roll for it?
Yeah. Make me a... What is calligrapher's tools usually?
In this case, I'd say probably dexterity.
Yeah, make me a dexterity check.
Colonel Harris gives you guidance.
25.
Yes, you actually managed to even... Something compels you to even add a little more detail to it as you recreate it, and you actually make a really well-drawn image of a mirror. Again, like a table mirror, like I said. And when you recreate it, you actually see some details, like it's kind of jewel encrusted, and you see at the very bottom, it looks like there's like a face in like the bordering of the mirror. And because that's what it looked like on your wrist. And, yeah, it just looks like a very nice table mirror that has a weird bordering with a face at the bottom.
And now that I have a more permanent viewing of this, is there some kind of check I can make to see if Charybdis has seen this sort of thing before?
Yeah, make me a history check.
Oh, it's the one intelligence skill that I'm proficient in. Hell yeah.
Guidance.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, not as good. 13.
You know, Charybdis, you feel like you've seen it. You kind of weren't looking yourself, but when Chrono Harris and everyone were looking through some books or talking about stuff they've seen, or when Serena pulled out the storybook to show you that one story, it actually looks kind of like the mirror that was drawn in those storybooks with the story of the mouse and the dragon.
Notating that. Charybdis, realizing this, looks to Chrono Harris and says,
Brother, it's the mirror from the story.
and then, like, gives him the piece of paper.
Colonel Harris furrows his brow. It is, but what could this mean?
Well, seeing as how I got this mark right after my vision, hearing Soros's voice, this relates to our so-called journey to Raryndel.
Title card. Sorry, I have to do it every time.
Clap, clap, clap.
I think I mean, you're more of an expert at this than I am, but is this evidence that Soros might be there?
It certainly leads me to believe they're connected in some way. Far more than before.
Winfrey, during your little 4-hour nap, you also have a very weird dream.
Oh no.
Yeah, you like wake up and you're in like some sand on a beach, and you like lift your head up, and you can tell it's nighttime outside, but everything seems fairly lit, like there's a full moon, but you don't see one. And you sort of like look out towards the water, and you see a woman standing in the water who is dressed in all white, almost like a wedding gown, with like raven hair, just sort of standing out in the ocean. And even though her hair isn't covering her face, you can't see her face. And you hear a soft lullaby kind of being carried by the wind and the waves.
Who are you?
Also, every thought you have and every word you speak sort of echoes.
Well, that's a not bit ominous, is it? Hello there.
You do not get a response. You see, like, the waves, like, crash up against, like, her left side, and she doesn't even flinch. Like she's a boulder in the shore, unmoving.
I must be dreaming. I'm gonna approach the woman.
Yeah, when you walk into the water, it is deathly cold. You don't take any damage, but it fills your entire soul with just bitter cold. Do you continue to approach?
Yeah.
Yeah, about where she's standing. For her, it's only like knee deep, but for you, it's like waist deep. You get to this woman, and she's just standing there, and the lullaby, once you get to her, is much louder, as if she's singing it, but you look, and she doesn't have a face at all. In fact, you can see through where her face is supposed to be into the sky behind her. And you see where a face is meant to be, it sort of fill up with blood. And the blood sort of forms into like this bubble and then weaves its way into a face. And the face, not moving with the head of the body, sort of cranes to look down at Winfrey. And then you just hear a voice that says, and then this huge wave, very suddenly, very unrealistically forms, like you're watching a video going in, like, fast motion. You just see, like, the wave the size of a fucking tsunami rise and fall over you in a matter of less than 10 seconds, and then you wake up.
Of course. Good morning.
8 p.m.
Good evening.
Did you sleep well?
Relatively speaking.
And Winfrey, you feel a very sharp pain in your hand. Like, horrible fucking pain. It literally feels like someone sliced your hand open and put a wedge in to split your hand open. And you see something start to come out of your hand itself. Literally coming out of your palm.
Oh, hope you're paying attention to this.
And you see just blood start to pour out of your palm onto the ground as something just continues to protrude. And it keeps coming out, and then it just fucking falls and clatters to the ground and rolls to the other side of the cart. You take 5 points of piercing damage, and your hand doesn't reseal.
Colonel Harris is gonna pick it up.
Colonel Harris, you lift it up, and it looks to be like a mini compass, but it's built really weird. Like, it looks like it's made out of just scrap pieces of metal that turn. Instead of it being like a solid circular object that has like north, south, whatever, it literally looks like it's made out of multiple like curved ring blades, and the little notch that points to north, south, east, west just kind of turns on its own, and right now it is spinning wildly and it's covered in blood.
Prestidigitation. Clean up the blood. Turn it to Winfrey. Seemingly uncaring about her wounds. And he will raise an eyebrow.
I'm gonna hold out my currently bleeding and destroyed hand. I'm gonna say, I would like that, if you'd please.
What is it?
Don't know yet. Gonna figure it out.
Fair enough. Harris hands it over.
Holding it in my broken hand. Does the spinning stop? Does it focus at all?
Not really. It kind of does and wavers on, like, the direction you're going for, like, a split second. Like, it kind of just wiggles there, and then it keeps spinning ridiculously fast.
Either we're not close enough, or we're way too close to what this thing's trying to point to.
It also... make me a perception check, Winfrey.
Sure.
Joey, nervous laughter, what the
23.
fuck? You kind of look very closely because you notice that there's something weird. You thought that it was just shining from, like, light coming from the front of the cart into the back, but you actually notice that it has this very soft, almost not noticeable red glow. Like, you gotta really, like, kind of squint a little bit to notice it, because it's so dim.
Is there anything that I can roll to see if I understand what this is?
You can make an Arcana check.
Alright, let's do that.
Chrono Bobo would also like to make an Arcana check if you may.
Yeah, go right ahead.
That is significantly terrible. It's a 7.
Yeah, Winfrey, you have no idea,
Yeah.
and this thing fucking came out of your hands, so already it's goddamn bullshit.
Yeah.
I got you. 21.
Colonel Harris, you've never seen in person a phenomena like this. Just many weird things happening at once. You've never heard of, like, items just popping out of people's bodies for fun, with seemingly no purpose or without them summoning it in any way. And this, again, doesn't seem divine in any way. This seems, like, completely random. But you would assume that if it did just happen out of nowhere, that it would have to be symbolic in some kind of way, due to the nature of what you just saw happen to your sister.
It's certainly representative of something.
But other than that, you can't quite glean from it, because even just with your kind of ability and connection to magic, it doesn't even have its own... Like, you can tell the item is magical, but it doesn't have, like, an active effect. Like, it's not like a magical item that you can use. You can just tell that the item itself was forged in magic. But you can't be like, oh, this thing does this from it. It's just magical, in essence.
Are you able to identify it?
You know, I was just about to look at that. Here it is. On one of those spell books, at excavation sites there, was a spell I could convert a bit. Perhaps we could glean some of its properties. I'll need... Identify as first level, yes?
Yeah.
It is.
Yep. Okay. I would need 2 hours and about 50 gold pieces worth of ink. I am certainly interested, though. May I? He reaches out his hand.
Give me a moment. And I'm gonna, take the compass and I'm gonna see what happens if I try to put it back into my hand.
It fucking hurts really bad and just looks like you're shoving metal into your hand.
So I can't, like, so when I, like, apply pressure,
Yeah.
like, if I close it and then try to, almost like putting a bandage on a wound kind of way is what I'm trying to do, because there's, like, a slice over my hand. So I'm not trying to put it in, like, long ways, I'm trying to put it in flat. It just pushes against the wound, nothing happens? Yeah. Okay. Well, it's not going back. You take it. I've got to sort this out.
And, Colonel Harris, are you going to be casting Identify? Or
Mic was muted. He needs to put it into his book first. But yeah, he will take it and put it in a safe place for later appraisal.
All right.
You will say, Winfrey, are you searching for anything?
Well, I'm searching for a lot of things, but nothing in particular. I think I just got myself a bit of a lead.
In what way?
Still trying to figure it out. If it ends up being important, I'll let you know. But for right now, it just seems really cryptic.
Corners blinks a couple of times. I would prefer you tell me. Both for security and personal interest.
It's a faceless person with no discernible features. Gave me a compass, told me to look for someone. Very cryptic.
Okay, yeah, that is pretty cryptic. So yeah, Chrono Harris doesn't know anything about that. Does Chrono Harris know anything about the symbolism of dreams in this universe and what that may mean?
Make me a... history? Yeah, sure.
Okay. That is going to be a total of... Come on. 17.
Harris said, give me all the intelligence rolls. On a 17, you know that... Let me think. You know that people have weird dreams all the time, and that some people, again, a manifestation of either yours or someone else's will, or something is trying to tell you something, that sometimes dreams can make weird things happen. You also know that some people are inclined towards deities or patrons or another person, or have some sort of mental link to things that allows them to be communicated with through dreams. You know that while this doesn't look like it to you, Chrono Harris, you also know that the Overseers Guild sometimes communicates with people through their dreams, but there has to be a few steps before that can even happen.
Alright. Have you perhaps made a contract?
Huh? Why do you ask?
In the symbolism of dreams, such cryptic messages could be those from a contract holder, or perhaps someone you are indebted to.
Well, I am a contractor.
A contractor? Do you look to any higher power?
I mean, I forged a pact with my blade, and now the new one that we found as well. Don't know how that'd be relevant. It's where I get me magic from.
How does one form a contract with the blade?
Usually the blade is sentient or otherwise has some sort of significance, arcane or divinely.
Corners eyes the dagger.
Aye, like that. And she's gonna, because she doesn't have it bonded right now, because she has the great sword bonded, but she will pull out, like physically pull out the athame, or the athame.
Oh, it's the athame. You actually said that correctly the first time.
It is a thame? Okay.
Does it usually talk to you?
Nope.
Do you know anything about the history of it? Perhaps we'll take it and begin looking it over.
It is ceremonial in its design and also in its function. Used for all sorts of rituals of various kinds.
Harris blinks a couple of times. Who are you, Winfrey?
Someone who probably really shouldn't be here right now.
And why would that be?
There are many things I'm bound to via secrecy. Part of the contracted piece of the job, you know. Me being in public is kind of an oddity, unless we're looking for something, which I happen to be doing. Well, aside from riches, anyways.
Chrono Harris, due to the circumstances of his background, has an odd idea, and he is simply going to say something to try and elicit a reaction, studying Winfrey's face. But he will say, Eldritch Sisterhood.
Winfrey's gonna kind of like squint her eyes for a second, and she's gonna say, yeah, so Winfrey's gonna squint at Chrono Harris and say, you've dealt with them before.
Perhaps. In what way are you related to them? Or is my inference correct? I don't think you need to say what that inference is.
Well, if we're being frank with one another, no, I'm not. How do I say?
You're not what?
I actually don't know how I say. How do I say?
How do I say?
With them, a member of the organization.
Yeah, those.
Joey Tired Brain.
Affiliated?
Affiliated was the word I was looking for, thank you.
Got your back, Pooh.
What relationship, then, do you have with them?
I know of them.
And yet you say you're a contractor.
Aye. My work is adjacent, but not related.
That's far more concerning. What then do you contract with?
You can call me a freelancer.
And who then are you contracting for?
Well, right now, with you lot.
He grips the blade a little tighter. Explain yourself.
Were you not there? No, you wouldn't have been, would you? Back on the cruise ship, there was a moment where Charybdis and I were making sure neither of us would be at each other's throats for the entirety of the journey. She asked me what I could do, she told me what she could do, and at the end I said, we have a deal. Not thinking about it, I signed off on a contract saying that until we discovered this place that we're journeying to, I would act as your ally.
Can Chrono Harris determine the validity of this claim?
Make an insight check.
To kind of help out with
22.
To kind of help out with this, by the way, Charybdis will say, "Oh yeah, I remember that. You did say you, and I quote, you've got yourself a deal."
Aye, and if either of us break that deal or break that contract, it could spell very bad things.
Most
It's a win-win for
curiously,
you and a win-lose for me if you think about it, really.
well, I assumed you had some intermediary for which you worked, but you say you make this contract yourself. What then gives you that authority?
I just kind of motioned to the dagger in his hand.
So it's not currently bound to you, but it is a magical knife. So does it seem sentient? Connor's gonna shake it. Shaking dagger syndrome.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I have no idea if that shit's sentient or not. I never thought about it.
That's also how I find out if people are real. I just run up and start shaking them.
You know what?
I'm banned from Wendy's.
Colonel Harris, when you shake the weapon, the entire cart, and everyone can hear this, just fills with, like, indistinct whispering, just like, like, not that fast, but, like, just weird whispering, and then when you stop, it stops.
I guess it is then.
You know when cats are, like, very slightly pissed off, but not enough to act on it, so they just kind of, like, squint at you? Yeah. Winfrey's getting the shifty eye right now.
Charybdis.
Hey, don't look at me. I made the contract. I didn't know if it was actually going to be able to think for itself or not. I just knew it had crazy magical and powers and shite.
And you said its name was Athame?
No, that's what kind of dagger it is. I never asked its name because I didn't know it had a mind of its own.
Speak, Athame.
The cart just fills with more scary whispers.
Oh no, it don't work like that. You don't demand things from it, it demands things from you.
Does the whispering sound like celestial?
No, it is not any languages, or either that or it's so many quote-unquote voices at one time that you can't make out a language because it just sounds like noise. It is straight up ghostly white noise. It actually kind of, like, not enough to do damage, but actually anyone who hears it, save for Winfrey, actually kind of hurts your ears a little bit. Just very uncomfortable feeling. But it's not obviously not like a magical, like, spell or effect or something that can deal damage. It's just the sound is so pinpointed that it just hurts your head a little bit.
This sucks. Winfrey, are you familiar with the scientific method?
Hypothesis, observe. Something else.
Yes, that's enough. Crona Harris throws the dagger out of the cart.
Oh, well, shite.
Does this just happen? Does it, like, plonk down? What are the consequences of this action?
Are you asking me?
Well, I actually have a question, a rules-based question, if you will. For Pact of the Blade... Hold on a second. Yeah, that's not my pact weapon right now. The Greatsword is my pact weapon. But it is my Hex Blade. So, I don't know...
It's okay. You don't need to go get it. But, yeah, DM, does anything happen when it gets thrown?
You see the area, like, you see it make contact with the snow, and you see, like, these red ripples come out of it, like it was tossed into water, and then they go away.
Alright. Yeah, Cornharris, at this point, has been recording everything that's been going on, and he will have Dr. Agartha go and retrieve the blade, return it to Winfrey. I suppose if you had ill intentions, you would have acted on them by now.
If I had ill intentions and I acted upon them, I'd be breaking the contract. And I'm not trying to lose all of my magical abilities now, am I?
So you made a contract completely to your deficit on accident?
Oh no, it's to my benefit for sure.
Well, the other part of the agreement was that, in exchange for her help, I would assist Winfrey.
Aye. And when it comes time, I'll let you know. But for now, I'm just a big sword inside of your enemy's sternum.
Ramirez gives a slightly exasperated sigh, and he is going to start reading some book.
I think at this point, Charybdis, like, her face goes from a neutral expression to, like, gradually more horrified as she realizes the full weight of the agreement she made with Winfrey, and she just goes and sits down.
Yeah, so at the end of, like, the 5 hours, there's about, like, 3 hours left until you're in, whatchamacallit? I know words. Snow's Reach. Do y'all want to go and then make the saves, or you just want to stop?
Can I back us up 4 hours? While they were all asleep?
Yeah, sure.
Because I was in the front. Was Maria in the front with me, or was I alone?
Yeah, she'll be in the front if you wanted her to.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you would notice that, like, hey, Charybdis just came back here and is now asleep, and that means Lady Reverie's on the cart alone. And, like, if that frightens Maria.
It would.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, what Reverie would suggest, while they're all sleeping, is Reverie has the reins right now. She'll ask you to play music, and she will sing along. And it's interesting because she knows all the melodies but almost never knows the words to whatever songs you would play. And then if you're okay with that, after an hour she would then switch over, give you the reins, and then she would play while you sing. And essentially just wants to spend time chilling with Maria.
Oh.
Nothing huge. Unless you have things you want to ask her or say.
No, that sounds perfect.
Yeah, so I think that we just spend... we're all just having a great time singing Kumbaya in the front. Meanwhile, in the back, we hear them going, my hand, the blood, and everything. So we don't give a shit up here. There's whispers back there. Who cares? But yeah, that's it.
The back of the cart stays in the back of the cart. So once again, I will ask, when you get to the end of, like, the travel day, it's about, like, 3 more hours to the city. Do you guys want to stop and then just make the last bit of it easy, or do you want to just make the constitution checks and keep going?
How many hours do we have left?
3. 3 or 4.
We should probably stop.
Does it make more sense to get there in the morning rather than imposing at night?
Yeah, no, by all means. I was just making the choice yours.
I'm legitimately asking the nobles. Hey, hang on, let me do that in character. Does it make more sense to get there tonight, or should we, wait for the morning when everyone's had breakfast and is less cranky?
It doesn't matter.
Great.
Cornelius says this with zero care for noble customs.
Charybdis just holds up a finger and says, it would be more polite to arrive in the morning. Not to mention, I wouldn't want to arrive in a disheveled and, well, out of sorts state.
Yes, it's much better to arrive fully shoveled, I agree.
Thank you. I'm glad you agree.
I don't know what shoveled
I
means.
don't either, but...
As opposed to disheveled.
Yes, that clears things up for Reverie.
Yeah, so a lot of you set up camp, and while you're doing that, I would like Lottie-Dottie everybody to make me perception checks.
I'm not good at those. I'm very bad at these.
Oh my god, I rolled above a 10.
That's actually a really good roll, so it doesn't matter that I'm bad at them.
Oh, I almost put that in the wrong
I
chat.
put in rolls for me, plus and Donka.
I just saw this cat you posted in chat, and it's an excellent cat.
Alright, we got a 19, an 11,
Percocet.
13. 25 Percocet. Hey, that was the word I was trying to remember last night.
What?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. It's fine.
Chas, what the hell are you talking about?
Hold on.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that?
Okay, I explained it. It's fine. So we have a 13 and 11, a 19, a 25. Okay, so Charybdis, Chronoharis, and Lady Reverie. As everyone's kind of setting up camp, Chronoharis, since you're a little fucking paranoid, you like lift up your head and you're like, what the fuck is that? And you look off into the distance and it doesn't notice you, but you see another frost salamander, one that is huge size, so just much larger than the two you just fought, looking around frantically. It's too far off for it to be an immediate threat, but since it's so large, you can actually see it, and you can see it digging in the snow and like looking around violently and then screeching and then digging its head into the ground. You get the inference that that's the mama.
Yeah.
And you see it like look in the direction of your camp, but like you guess it doesn't see you, and then you see it kind of move on into the hills.
A good thing we only have the skin of its children sitting in the back of our cart.
Well, its children shouldn't have been assholes.
It's okay, it rolled a 2 on perception, so it didn't see you.
You know, on second thought, I believe it may be wise to arrive disheveled.
I just set up my tent.
Referee's like unpacking all of Chronoharis' stuff.
Lady Reverie and Charybdis, you also see this though. Like when you see Chronoharis stand upright like a fucking meerkat and look over to the right, horrified.
Yeah, I actually think this is the first time that Reverie would have gotten like a close look at this. But she sees Charybdis just kind of hold up her left hand and make a fist and then grimace in pain as you see like just the top layer of skin begin to crystallize like glass.
But yeah. The creature does move on.
But it
keeps moving?
It does move on. It just goes it goes in the literal opposite direction. It's not going in the it's going like you can tell it's not going to the city because you're too far away, but it's going back in the direction of Icewind as opposed to the direction of Snow's Reach. So it is going away from you. Because it's going backwards.
Must go backwards.
You get...
Yeah, and would Chronoharis know anything? Because that's kind of the what his choice is contingent on. Like, would he have the suspicion that this thing's going to come back?
Make me a survival check. Or a nature check, whichever one's better for you.
Gotta be survival. Say 15?
You get the feeling that it's probably going to backtrack all the way to where y'all fought it, because it looks like it's, like, trying to find them via smell or footprints. So, you get the feeling that if it comes back this way, it'll be by the time y'all are long gone, because it's following its young's tracks. And that was 5 hours away from where you are currently, so it's got a long way to go.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if it's following the scent of its children, it's going to come upon us eventually. But by the time it gets here, we should be gone.
Reverie, who has now just gotten your big suitcase back into the back of the cart, says, "So, we're staying?"
I would prefer to go.
She looks between Charybdis and Chronoharis, panics because one of you she's trying to actively impress and the other one is actually her employer.
Charybdis just kind of shakes her head and says, "You shouldn't travel anymore. I'm already exhausted as it is. If we come across something that's more dangerous, we might not make it out alive, brother. At least if we bed down, we'll have a defensible location."
Chronoharis being incredibly confrontational, prepares to respond, but seeing his exhausted sister, he will hold his tongue. Very well.
Fucking one of the horses is just chilling with Maria, like fucking headbutting her.
Take the suitcase out again.
Do we want to set up watch for the night?
Charybdis is going to help
All right.
Marie with the suitcase thing.
Does Winfrey make us food?
Yeah. In exchange for some hit points, please.
How many hit points would you like?
I'm down 6, so
I give you 6.
that'll work.
Make me food.
You are welcome. What do we have left over? Because the fish has probably gone bad at this point, unless we kept it salted, which we probably would not have, because we would have eaten all of it at once. Oh, you know what? Those pies.
Specified salted.
We have those
meats so
moats.
that way they lasted longer.
Well, yeah, but I already used the fish. That was what I'm saying. I don't think there's any more of that left over. I would have something else, like a goat or duck or something. Yes. Okay.
Joey
Wait,
has
no,
a
the
little
sun's not out. Fuck, no, the sun's not out. Never mind. We can't do that.
What the
Okay.
fuck are you
What the fuck are
talking
you
about?
talking about?
Shh, don't worry about it. It's fine. Shut up.
Are you eating bats? What the hell?
No. It's nighttime right now, so I can't make the thing I was going to. Speaking of which,
So
He
confused.
can't cook that meal for another night.
Winfrey, yeah, one more night. Winfrey's gonna look over at Charybdis, and she's going to say, "Oh, that reminds me. You want to assist me, right? Part of the contract and all that. Well, next time it's sunny outside, around afternoon if possible, right on the dot. If you could let me know when the sun's highest in the sky, I need to know, because I'm going to forget. Now then." And then she's gonna grab those moats that we had from what's his face, Chronoheris or Chrono Sheriff the previous time. Do we have any of those left, or are they all gone?
Yeah, Chronoheris made a bunch last time. We have about 30.
Okay, so she's going to use half of them to make everybody like some tarts before bed, basically.
Which fruit are you using?
Using probably apple. Apple works best for tarts.
Winfrey,
I'll look
make
it up.
me a... God, what did I say cooking was again? I hate that I forget this every time.
Survival. 20.
Yeah, Winfrey, you make these, like, you make them so good that you even can quickly, like, make them, like, kind of nice visually, like, they're a little decorative. So they're, like, palm-sized little tarts that even if they're really small, they're actually very filling. And very sweet.
Yup. I even get some confectioner's sugar that I got that doesn't exist in this current point in time just yet, because no one's figured out how to do that, and I'm gonna sprinkle them over the top. It's gonna be great.
Make some
Winfrey, why did you put crack on my apple tart?
make some sugar with the powderiest of snow and
What
sprinkle
is this
it on
strange
top.
white powder?
It's sugar. Shh. It's not sugar. It's sugar.
It's moon sugar.
Hey.
It's cool sugar.
It's gay baby sugar, anyway.
Gay baby sugar. That's just no, that goes on.
So y'all sleep until the morning. What's your watch order?
So we have 2 free hours, 6 hours of sleep. Therefore,
Well,
Chronoheris.
as an elf,
Yeah.
Maria can take more than.
As an
This is for my thing. So I'd like to transcribe, identify
Yeah,
while
you
we're
can
here.
do that while resting.
I'll take
Yeah,
first
okay.
watch.
Chronoheris will take second watch, And can you take an hour before he rests to begin transcribing? Okay.
And then Maria will take the last watch?
Yes, I think Maria can take
how about we do
the last watch.
Winfrey, Corona Harris, and then Charybdis and Reverie, and Maria can take the last two, so the people with bad perception checks at least have someone else watching too.
Dr.
Well, the reason I was saying that I would take the first watch is because I've been basically sleeping the entire day after that fight.
Winfrey's a warlock.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so
I have all my shit back, and then as soon as I start my rest, I'll have my shit back again.
yeah, so Winfrey takes first watch.
Yep.
Yes.
Nothing happens during your little rest.
Oh, good.
Second watch goes fine. Third watch.
If I may, when Winfrey wakes up Chrono Harris for him to take second watch, before Winfrey retires, Chrono Harris will go, Winfrey. He reaches down into his notebook, rips up a scrap, folds it. This is the pancake recipe. And he seems reluctant to give it up, but he holds it out to you. He wouldn't want to plagiarize your work.
Aww.
Okay. She's gonna, like... You've never seen confusion on her face before. You've seen annoyance, frustration, anger, disappointment, disgust, but never confusion. As she, like, cocks her head to the side and kind of, like, raises an eyebrow really high while her frown is deeper than usual. And the frown goes to a complete straight line, like a fucking Dan Paladin game, like Alien Hominid or some shit. Just, like, one side of the face to the other. And she's going to deadpan very quickly take the note from you, fold it in half, put it away, and then go to bed without saying a single word. Just absolutely unhinged confusion.
Yeah, and then here's... Make me a perception check.
Perception. Come on, baby. Dr. Agartha is watching along with Chrono Harris. Did you get any benefit from that?
Yeah, at advantage. Save you from making 2 rolls
Oh,
for no reason.
yeah.
I would rather give you advantage and be like, okay, roll for yourself. Now roll for Dr. Agartha.
That is 25. Thank you, Dr. Agartha.
Yeah, so you kind of hear like a concerned hoot from Dr. Agartha, and you're like, huh? You like kind of look up, and you hear but are not seen, thankfully for you. You hear the large flapping of wings, and you see a shadow dip down kind of close to y'all, but off-center, and then sort of dip down into the ground. You assume to grab something and then fly back up into the sky, and then go off into the distance on the opposite direction of Icewind, but still going backwards. The creature you saw in the mainly as a shadow, kind of blanketed by the sky above it, but then when it passed over your campsite ever so slightly, you saw your fire light up the underbelly of white scales and plating that looked like crystallized ice. You just saw the dragon pass by overhead. And it was very quiet. You barely heard its wing beats. It, for some reason, despite its size, was very easily able to not make it sound like it was flying overhead, and you just saw it barely glide by overhead, and then you saw it land on a hill for like a second, heard the loud thudoosh of it making contact with the snow, and then immediately taking off again, and then flying in the distance, and then you hear it like, it's not really a roar, because it doesn't really come out of its throat, but you hear like a sound reverberate from its throat, even from this distance. And you hear the wing beats slowly go away as it flies backwards in the opposite direction of the way y'all came.
calm, cool, collected. As soon as the wind beats fade, Chrono Harris has a panic attack.
A very calm, cool, collected panic attack, mind you.
Yeah, no, it's like a gallon of sweat just leaks out all at once. Around Knows on, and he will go back to transcribing identify.
Okay, I'm good. Fucking.
Yeah, and then when he goes to wake up the next two, he will warn them and say that if anything else reappears, to immediately come and wake him up. He says this to Charybdis.
Charybdis just doesn't really say anything, but just gives a nod of understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then last watch goes by perfectly fine. Charybdis and Reverie, it was two of you, right?
Yeah.
You sort of like are sitting down and you watch the sun.
It's it's Charybdis and Maria, and then next round it'll be me
Okay.
and Maria. Just so we're clear on that.
Charybdis and Maria's watch, you both see the sun slowly start to crest over the hill. Not quite reaching day yet, but by the time it becomes Reverie Maria's watch, the sun has started to slowly rise into the sky, making everything look a very light shade of lilac. And then for Maria and Reverie's... Oh, interesting. Both Maria and Reverie, I would like you both to also make me perception checks.
Where's the damn rolls? It's 18. I guess there's only two of us, and I need to.
Alright, Maria. Ooh. So we got a nat 20 and an 18. So you're both kind of sitting down with whatever awkward chit-chat mainly instigated by Reverie, and you both see in the distance, kind of towards the city, this very, bright sort of glow of light come from the distance. You can't quite see the city from here, but you know that that's the direction it's in. And you see this bright green glow, and then you see a beam come out of it, and then sort of flourish into this pardon me, this synthetic aurora borealis, and it spreads out over that area of the city, and you can tell that it's just sort of whooshing around, and then it's dissipates into a wave of clouds, and then everything goes back into normal. But nothing else happens.
That's weird, right?
Reverie, make me a history check.
I'm tempted to give myself disadvantage. It's a 17.
So, Reverie, you actually get a memory when you see this. And you see, from someone else's perspective, looking up, this visage of walking down streets that look like they're made out of pure crystal. Pure blue, illuminated crystal. And it's very early in the morning, the sun isn't even up, you can't even see it over the buildings, and you see from the perspective of Runner, her looking up and seeing it, and then nudging another person that actually looks like an adult version of the tiefling you saw in the memory on the boat. Who, rather than being a little boy, is now a grown-ass man. And you see Runner nudge him and point up, and then they both look up smiling. And then the memory fades. Yeah, you hear Runner's voice go, "Hey, look at that! I've never seen licenses morning displays before this." And then the guy goes... Then the memory sort of fades out after that. It is another bittersweet memory.
Do I get an impression? No, fuck it, I'll just ask her. I'll whisper to myself. How long ago was that, love?
You kind of see flashes of a calendar, and it flashes to Hydrus on a date that would have been 5 years ago. Like, you literally look at a calendar going backwards.
I'll sit there and I'll like kind of I'll pull my knees up to my chest and I will I'll pull my knee because the one leg doesn't bend up to my chest and I'll wrap my arms around it and I'll say, do you want to talk about it? It's fine if you don't.
You'll get this flash for a second of the sound of like clashing swords, and then you'll see the visage of like that tiefling man running and then falling, and then right before you see anything, I guess I would say gory or negative, the memory would very abruptly stop.
Okay. But it was clear what was happening to him.
Something bad happened, and you get the inference that Runner was not in control of that situation and wanted to do something but couldn't. Like, you get the sense of panic out of that memory.
Interesting. I have a question I want to ask her, but I'm also babbling in front of Maria to myself right now.
Yeah, does Maria interject at all?
Yeah, you just notice I'm like whispering to myself.
Maria's just watching her. It's like, what the fuck is happening? But she's not saying anything.
I think she'll ask, is this why you left them?
You'll see a vision of again from Runner's perspective, of someone completely decked out in armor that's hooded with a mask, including an eye mask, and you'll see them walking up to the man, and you'll see this like purple magic sort of form in their hand, and then they'll grab the man's face, and you'll see this man, by this hooded figure, get the life completely sucked out of him, and he was already injured. And then you'll see the hooded figure look to Runner, and then like walk up and using the butt end, like the handle of a dagger, just bonk her on the head. And then like you'll see the visage of Runner's face fall to the ground, and then you'll actually see the visage of her fallen horn clattering to the ground in her vision.
Do I feel like she knew this person that hit her?
There is hatred in that.
Yeah, I fucking bet. I think in this moment, she's so wrapped up in this memory. You know what? No, I think actually in this moment, she stops pushing, and just sort of like whispers to her, "It's okay, I've got you."
You see
it's
one
okay.
more thing, Lady Reverie. Like you think the memory's over because it's all black, but then it continues. Of Runner opening her eyes, and you see the person again kneeling by her with her head cocked. The only reason you can tell that this is a feminine figure is because of like general body shape and the way she's carrying herself, and also the voice you're about to hear. You see her like cock her head to the side and go, "Runner, you know what happens when you invalidate a contract? You have horrible consequences. But don't listen to your secret. I'm watching you." And then the memory ends.
And this woman, because it was a woman that was speaking to her,
you notice
correct?
that her voice is very distorted. It kind of sounds like she's actively doing something to make her natural voice not recognizable. It kind of echoes and like fluctuates in pitch, like she's using a fucking voice changer.
Yeah, it's not like there's not like a problem with a memory. This is literally something she was doing
that
at
is
the
an
time.
active thing. That is how the person's voice sound when Runner was experiencing this moment.
Okay. And she called her Runner. That is also interesting and good to know, because Runner told me that was not her real name, but now I'm wondering if I should not be using that name in front of people.
At just the thought of Reverie thinking that, you get like this sense of like, it's fine. This person was a special case.
Okay. She'll take her word for it. And yeah, I think she just sort of like sits there and holds onto herself, and kind of like rocks back and forth and probably starts singing. Actually, probably sings like a little lullaby. It's in Sylvan, but it's something that something that she saves for the people who matter the most to her. And she'll just sort of rock back and forth while doing that, completely forgetting that Maria is there. Just ignoring her.
And then the sense
entirely.
of like tiredness comes over you in the sense that like Runner is telling you that she's tired and doesn't want to talk about it anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I even say that's fine. I'm sorry I pushed, but thank you for telling me.
But then nothing happens for the rest of the watch. And the sun fully crests over the hills into a very pretty sky. The skies in License look like they have a little bit more purple than blue. It's still a blue sky, but you can tell there's like, if you're mixing paint, that they threw in a little bit of red in there at some point, like a drop, and then fucking mixed it, Sometimes even green. Sometimes the clouds kind of carry this undertone of being green on the bottom, like white with like just little shift of green into a gradient. License has a very weird looking atmosphere. Because again, most of the trees' leaves are purple. Like there's regular green trees, but then a lot of them are purple. Sometimes they go into random weird colors, like even the bark is a weird color. It'll be all the same color as the leaves. It is a very peculiar place. But the rest of the watch and the rest of the long rest goes by without a hitch.
In the morning, when people start breaking down camp, I'm going to begin preparing dinner for this evening. Already. I'm going to start by taking a duck, and I am going to defeather it and remove its head. And that's all.
Fucking, Charybdis, you just see Winfrey, while y'all are fucking packing up camp, walk over to this random tree stump, set a duck on it, and then just randomly go, and chop its head off. And then just continue whatever else she was doing.
Charybdis finds this odd, but does not mention it.
And then do y'all make the rest of the trip?
Yes.
Alright. Cool, nothing happens. Yeah, so you make the last 4 hours of your trips in the trip in the wild bit of the journey. You make it to the city proper, and you see these. For everyone else, you get to the gate of Snow's Reach, which is sort of like the front of the city is nestled in between two bits of mountains, and then it comes forward into this gate. Y'all will notice that the gate does not look physical. The bars of the city actually look like green flames that come up and like they're shaped like bars that form a barrier. To where it looks like a fence still, but it looks like a fence made out of magic as opposed to being made out of iron or steel. Including the gate. And you see two guards sort of standing in this, they look like they're standing in robes, which you would think is not very practical, but when you get closer, you notice that they have what you can assume to be mage armor, and it's just nearly invisible, but you can see the gleams of it sort of breaking in the sunlight. You can see that they're shimmering. That makes it not as invisible. And their weapons also look the same, like it's made out of these shaped flames.
Hey everyone, this is your DM speaking, and thank you so much for watching the 18th episode of RollBound. RollBound's episodes will premiere every other Monday on YouTube and Spotify. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at RollBoundPC for more updates, TTRPG content, and most of all, memes. Also, check out our community Discord for fun discussions, previews of our content book, and more. Link in the YouTube description or on Twitter. RollBound's content book, Chastity Guide to Kelmer, is also in the works and set to debut in early to mid-2023. Updates about that also on Twitter. Tune in next time as the party has to set aside their differences when it comes to social etiquette upon finally meeting the Crowleys, as well as try to talk their way into places they really aren't supposed to be. We hope to see you next time.